and good afternoon. We welcome you into the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger. Yeah. You know that's what's up. How are we doing, everybody? Oh, why is my microphone off or is my headphone? Oh, I think my headphones are loose. Oh, interesting. That's weird. Okay. There we go. Had to screw that in a little bit there, Rogers. Hey, all right. Off to a hot start here on what is today? Wednesday? It's felt like Thursday all day long. So, and Rogers can attest, I've even said multiple times today, oh, well, tomorrow, meaning Friday. Oh, we're doing that thing tomorrow, Friday. He's like, what, tomorrow? And I'm like, oh, no, wait, I meant Friday. Not actually tomorrow. But yeah, it's been one of those days. This is our penultimate show before Christmas. Rogers, as you of course know, penultimate means the one before the final one. So this is our penultimate show, and it is a lot of fun. Happy to have you with us. Got a lot of things to get into. What happened last night in with my final pick of this past week's Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers. We also had we got to talk about what went down yesterday during the Northwestern State broadcast against Suno. A couple of very interesting things that happened. One of which was my graphic that James was very eager for me to see. And I got to see it, and I got to say it was the best one yet. So we'll discuss that. And we've got, obviously, NFL. Saints are playing tomorrow. Moody and I, by the way, have already picked the Saints-Rams game, even though tomorrow is technically our Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers. We're doing it tomorrow since we're off on Friday. But, yeah, tomorrow will be our Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers. That will we'll do a little of that. And look, college football signing day that's right, signing day's today. It's my favorite day of the year, Rogers, signing day. Love me some signing day. LSU got a signed a guy named Big Hoss, Rogers. Not Big Hoss Rogers, that would be weird. But no, they signed a kid whose nickname is Big Hoss. And turns out he's from Natchitoches Central, as a matter of fact. And not surprisingly, he's a lineman. But a guy named Big Hoss from Natchitoches Central got signed by LSU. Apparently the number one recruit in the entirety of college or high school football coming in got signed by Missouri. Eli Drinkwitz getting, I guess it was some D lineman or something who's supposed to be the number one recruit in the country. And he gets signed by Eli Drinkwitz at Mizzou. Dominic Raiola's kid, Dylan, did decommit from Georgia and ultimately sign with his father's alma mater at Nebraska. Rogers, I had a really good joke. It's not really like a joke. I was actually texting with Cable Guy because obviously he's a huge Nebraska fan. And I was texting with Cable Guy like, man, y'all got the kid that decommitted from Georgia, and now, Dominic Raiola's kid. And he said, so Rogers, you know what he did? He texted me back and he said, yeah, I talked to his dad, and, we're really excited, whatever. And then he sent me a picture of sad Jeff Foxworthy, because Foxworthy's a huge Bulldog. He's a huge Georgia Bulldog guy. He's an Atlanta guy, Georgia Bulldogs. And so he sent me, he said, Jeff is not happy. He's very sad about all of this, about him decommitting from Georgia and ending up on the Nebraska side. And I said, well, obviously, Rogers, and I thought this, you can tell me if this is a good joke or not. Cable Guy laughed, but I don't know if it was a pity laugh. I said, well, obviously, the get her done NIL is more powerful than the here's your sign NIL. And he, kind of LOL or whatever. So I don't know if that was funny or not, but I enjoyed it. And so Rogers, I think maybe next week after Christmas or maybe even into the new year, I will reach out and see if we can get Cable Guy back on the air and chat with him, since they did get the I think he's the number 2 rated quarterback in the class. He was number 1. He's a 5-star, all of that. He apparently is now headed to Nebraska instead of Georgia. So a big get for Matt Rule and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Kudos to them for making that happen. And certainly hope the best. If nothing else, just for my boy Cable Guy. They have been a long time. Oh, wait, here's your sign, Ingval? Not Foxworthy? Oh, dang it. My joke sucked then, Rogers. You might be a redneck if. Dang it. I had the wrong one.
Who you are. That's funny right there.
No, it wasn't funny, Rogers. I had the wrong bit.
I don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
No, it wasn't funny, Rogers. Now
you're ballsy, but you're gonna get.
Now
called.
I gotta. I'm actually texting him right now.
Thank you for the pity laugh.
Yeah, I was like, "Damn, wrong catchphrase."
All right.
It's you might be a redneck if. Yeah, I thought I had the right one, and Rogers, I even. And Rogers, I even like double checked it myself. I was like, okay, here's your sign.
I didn't want to do that to you, man.
Yeah, dang it. Hate it when that happens, Rogers. You know, I had a good joke. I thought a pretty quality joke, and then just completely screwed it up. Dag nabbit. Nah, that's bad, Rogers. That's bad work by me. Oh well, dang it. Here's your sign. Yeah, and I know that, right? I know it's Foxworthy's. You might be a redneck if, and here's your sign. And I just messed it up, Rogers. I messed it up. That's on me. It's absolutely on me. Dang it, Rogers. I'm better than that. Apparently, I'm not. All right, so we got to talk about last night, Northwestern State and Southern of New Orleans. Couple of different things that went down that were interesting, I thought, and of course the graphic that our boy James went ahead and hooked me up with for last night's broadcast. And we got to discuss a little bit about the goings on in the NFL, college football. Got that happening, and very much looking forward to a new slate of games. Got a Thursday games. We got bowl games that are starting up again tomorrow. So gotta love that. And we'll get into that. Rams and Saints happening tomorrow. That should be interesting. Rogers, we even have a game at 2:30 today that Lady Demons. Our Lady Demons are taking on Central Arkansas, so may have to dial up the old ESPN Plus and do that. May have to see what we can do there. So we'll see if we can perhaps make that happen. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. So we got all that going on. Lots of fun stuff happening. Hope everyone is having themselves a wonderful day. We on Wednesdays we get in a little later than normal. And that's okay. That happens. Every so often we get in a little later than usual. The hooking up and tracking down guys. Rogers, if you go over to apps, you'll see the Samsung TV one. That's the one you're looking for. Just scroll till you see the Samsung TV. Oh, no, I think those are the ones that aren't there. I'll fix it in a second. Okay, do my little show? I got my little show going on? Okay, I can do my little show. Well, yeah, it's down on the downloaded apps. Those are the ones that come with your those are all the apps that come with your TV. So It's fun. It's the world of smart TVs, man. It's a whole different animal, whole different ball game. All kind of new stuff for old Hambone to play with and mess around with. Find himself some good times. He's got, so if you don't know what our studio setup is like, there are 3 TVs behind Rogers that is, they're all behind him, all like, I'll tell you, I'll come get it in a sec. I done mess with it. Ain't nothing happened. There, boy, I done mess with it long enough. Get a finger in here. Got to get me some fingers. How many fingers are left in there? Oh, we got one. All right. A little sauce. Oh, plenty? Okay, good. Yeah, appreciate the hooking up and tracking down, boys, leaving us a little extra lunch, little bonus lunch. Appreciate that. All right. But yeah, so you can get in touch with us. We got a lot of stuff to get into. Signing day going down. Classes, kind of crazy that Grambling hired their coach basically 3 days before signing day? Poor Mickey Joseph, right? Like, how do you even put together a signing class when you get signed 3 days before? Now, remember, this is only the first of 2 signing days, so that makes it a little bit different. That's the main thing to remember is this is your first signing day. Then you have a second signing day that comes in, I believe it's February, I think. But now with the new December signing day, this makes it a little different in college football, where now you get more guys that'll sign today than you normally would, right? Used to be all the signing dates would happen later, so coaches would have a little more opportunity to do that, but it's not the case anymore, right? So there you go. Your first signing day is today. It's the early period for Division I football. Also for mid-year junior college transfers. And then February 7th until April the 1st is your second signing day, if you will. So you have your early signing day, which is today until the 22nd, also known as Friday. And that's today to Friday is your early signing day. And then your regular signing day is February 7th. So I've got to imagine Mickey Joseph over at Grambling, that's hey, sign a bunch of guys down the stretch, right? That I would imagine his signing day today is going to be reasonably small, and then signing their late signing day or their regular signing day, if you will, February 7th through April the 1st, you probably will see a lot more guys signing at that point with Mickey Joseph and Grambling. But a tough place to come into. Dr. K, thank you for the reminder that it was Ingval, not Foxworthy. I sent that. Rogers said, damn, wrong catchphrase. It's the you might be a redneck NIL, and Cable Guy gave me a thumbs up. So he was nice enough to not correct me at the time, you know. He could have easily been like, no, dumbass. That's Ingval, not Foxworthy. Idiot. Haven't you ever seen our show before? It's funny, too, Rogers, that all three of the 4 redneck comedy guys, blue-collar comedy guys, were all have little catchphrases, right? And Ron White doesn't. You know, he doesn't really have Foxworthy always he does a bunch of regular jokes, and then he does a bunch of you might be a redneck joke, right? Ingval does a bunch of regular jokes, and then he gets to the here's your sign jokes. Then you add to that the guy like Cable Guy, who his catchphrase isn't really a joke pun kind of thing, but he can kind of just intersperse it wherever he wants to. Get her done, like he did. He can just throw that in kind of wherever he wants to. Whereas Ron White doesn't really have that to go back on. So that's why. All right, the Patrick Netherton Show. Mr. J said, what's the purpose of multiple signing days? Well, they added the early signing period, which is now, basically as a way to allow kids to not have to deal with the pressure of signing and holding that until February. That's basically what it amounts to. They didn't want the kids to have to keep the pressure on. Everything keeps going, and didn't want to see the kids have to continue to do that while it's just that's basically why they did it. They did it to allow kids that already had their minds made up to go ahead and sign the national letter of intent, so they wouldn't continue to get text messages and calls and visits and all that stuff where, a kid may say, hey, I'm committed, right? I'm going to be an LSU Tiger. And then, Arkansas comes in and says, hey, you sure you don't want to come to Arkansas? Right? And Mizzou comes in and says, hey, it's Eli Drinkwitz. We had a great season last year. So they go through and the other schools are still recruiting them because they haven't signed a national letter of intent, which basically ends the recruiting process. And so because of that, they decided to go ahead and institute the early signing period to allow the kids whose minds are already made up to go ahead and sign that NLI, not NIL, NLI, to sign that national letter of intent and allow them to basically say, hey, we know where we're going. I've already made my decision. I'm going to sign this so that the recruitment can basically stop at this point. And so that's why they put it in. They put it in because a lot of kids were upset because coaches would continue to contact them even after they had made it clear that they were going somewhere else. And then once they signed that national letter of intent, now the other schools no longer are contacting them. And that's basically why the early signing period came into be. It's gotten, the real issue now is national letter of intents are it's a little different issue now because as we get to the 12-team playoff, the first round of the 12-team playoff is going to be on National Signing Day next year. So that's going to make things a little bit different. And that will make things a little weird, where now you have coaches who are trying to prepare for potentially to play in a national championship game while at the same time also trying to get their recruiting classes put together. You don't have to sign in the early signing period. You can hold on until February. Rogers, hold on for one more day, right? I mean, you don't have to sign now if you don't want to. But once you hit December the 22nd, which is Friday, then you can't sign again until February. That's when the traditional signing period is. So I understand why coaches are frustrated by it. I also understand why kids like it. They get the opportunity to kind of end the recruiting process. They don't have to continue to go through it. So I understand what they're talking about. But at the same time, I am also sympathetic toward coaches, especially very successful coaches, who will be playing. If you're one of the 12 teams next year, you're going to be playing. Well, all but 8 of the 12 are going to be playing while National Signing Day is going on. And so that I understand why that would frustrate you and it would make coaches very upset. I get it. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. See what I did there? Yeah, Rogers isn't looking at me. He doesn't want to be involved. After I screwed up the here's your sign thing, Rogers no longer wants to be involved in this show. Which is really his normal state of being when it comes to the Patrick Netherton Show. All right, so that's what you got. That's what you got going on with the National Signing Day. We'll kind of probably gloss over it a little bit, touch on it just a bit. But I am not a signing guy. It's never been my thing. I've never been a signing day guy, so I'm not really. You're not going to see me get kind of all super fired up about it, that kind of thing. It's just not how I operate And so you're never going to see me really get all kind of bent out of shape about it. So, all right, Patrick Netherton Show, 11:30 The Tiger. Couple of ways to reach us. You can call us if you like on the phone line. The phone line is 318-RALLY-45. That's 318-RALLY-45 or 318-725-5945. Or you can reach us on the Bobby L. Green Plumbing text line. Oh, hey, Coach O. Is it a big lunch? Big lunch, yeah. He's already checked out for Christmas. I like all the memes that are floating around of, hey, you're asking me to do work on December the 20th, the day before Christmas, right? I love all of that stuff. Like, everybody checks out so early now when it comes to Christmas time, and I get it. I absolutely get it. Like I said, I keep thinking today's Thursday for some reason, even though we got one more show to do. I've forgotten. So you can reach us on the phone line. You can also reach us on the Bobby L. Green Plumbing text line. That number is 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426, also known as the
Bobby L. Green Plumbing
text line. Find us there. We are available on YouTube. That's right, YouTube. Oh, wait. YouTube.com/@Netherton Show. It's YouTube.com/@Netherton Show. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, we would appreciate if you would. Get to check out the Alan Parsons Project camera, the eye in the sky, looking down upon us from low Earth orbit. So, want to find us there? We're available there. We'd appreciate it. Come and hang out with us. We're up to 343 subscribers, so doing well. Would like to get to 350 potentially by the end of the week. So if you are maybe looking for a chance to subscribe to the channel, again, it's free, costs nothing. Give us the subscription. I've got a little Christmas gift for us here at the Patrick Netherton Show, a subscription to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Netherton Show. You just heard the tweet. That means it's Twitter or X. That is @Netherton Show, @HeyBoyRogers, and @PT Netherton. Those are our three addresses. We're also available on the app if you'd like to download that. 11:30 The Tiger. Search for that on Google Play. Google Play, your iTunes app store, and you can listen to us in crystal clear HD audio. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
hi, man.
Hello.
What's up, my dude?
It's hump day, baby.
It is. But it's weird because it's Thursday,
Yeah,
really.
you have had me thrown
Oh.
for the last couple of hours
I was like,
now.
yeah, Rogers, let's go tomorrow, blah, blah. And he's like, wait, isn't that Friday? I'm like, yeah, well,
I was
tomorrow's
like, I can't go tomorrow because I
Yeah.
still have shows to
And I was
do.
like, oh, wait, no, tomorrow's not Friday.
Yeah, you really have. You
Yeah.
have been in Thursday mode.
I have.
I
all
wish
day.
I wish we were there.
No, you ain't lying, brother. Be out of here in an hour and a half.
Then we'd be starting our vacay,
Hell yeah.
our Christmas vacay, baby,
Let's go.
which is the same schedule for the next 2 weeks. We know now.
Down, down, down to Christmas vacation.
Ooh, I watched that last night.
Yeah. What song? Whose song is that? Was that made for the show?
I think so. Yes, it was because it's in the very intro.
Right.
Oh, it was
Mavis Staples?
I was going to say, I think it was one of the Staple sisters.
Yeah, Mavis Staples. It's called Christmas Vacation. And it was written for the film. Oh, okay. So I got a little, I jumped ahead a little bit. And Rogers, so Christmas Vacation is the only movie in the series that does not feature Lindsey Buckingham's song Holiday Road. Instead, a new song, the aptly titled Christmas Vacation, was written for the film by married songwriting duo Barry Mann, which I thought as soon as I saw Barry Mann, I thought, oh, Barry Manilow wrote that? No, Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil. A cover of the song appears on the 2007 Disney Channel Holiday album. So, there you go. pretty hilarious. So, all right. Very well, and a quality one as well. Rogers, did you know that there was a sequel made to Christmas Vacation? Yeah, I didn't either till I just started. This is 27 fun facts about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The 2003 film National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure, was a made-for-television movie. Randy Quaid and Miriam Flynn, who were Eddie and Catherine, stranded on an island in the South Pacific for the holidays. It currently holds a 12% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So, there you go. $27 million budget, made $71 million at the box office. Dun, 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 dun. Also, they mentioned that in all of the other vacation movies, Rusty was older than Audrey. And yet in Christmas Vacation, Rusty is younger than Audrey. And then, of course, my favorite line from Vegas Vacation was Clark saying, I barely recognize you two. A very, very strong nod to the idea that they cast new kids every single time. That's beautiful. All right. It's the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. You can also find us, if you like, over on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Netherton Show. We'll be back.
Supermarket meat, sawdust-like fillers, artificial preservatives?
Hold on there. I'm veterinarian Dr. Marty Goldstein. You don't want your dog eating any of that. These potentially harmful ingredients are found in many of today's popular dog foods, but not in Nature's Blend. A freeze-dried raw dog food with real cuts of meat, omega-3 rich seeds, and superfood veggies and fruit.
Nature's Blend is designed to help support your dog's playfulness, healthy skin, soft coat, easy digestion, and youthful mobility.
Your dog will go bonkers over Nature's Blend savory flavor and texture.
For a limited time, save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and receive a free festive holiday dog sweater with select orders. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
I guarantee it with a 100% 90-day return of your purchase price.
Offer available with select orders while supplies last. Text fees may apply. You may receive up to one additional text. Text stop to opt out. Paid for by Dr. Marty's Pets.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence, a poem that doesn't rhyme. Life here is a dance, a two-step, and a tango. It's sunshine and rainstorms, first kisses and last calls. It's those moments, big and small, and Blue Cross is here for it all.
Life is always in motion, and sometimes it's unpredictable. That's why it's good to know you can rely on the strength of the cross and protection of the shield. Your card opens the door to a large network of top doctors to care for you.
Life is messy. It's touchdowns and near misses, carnival rides, and losing your place in line. Life is happening now.
So live life knowing Blue Cross has you covered for the highs and lows and everything else in between. Always there. The right card, the right care.
Time is of the essence with COVID-19. Prescription oral treatment must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Learn more at treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon and other Apple gifts. Time's running out.
It's your last chance to trade in any iPhone in any condition for a great deal on the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE with unlimited Ultimate. Additional terms and conditions apply. Go to your local Verizon store now.
If you're looking for the finest in seafood, the finest in steaks, and a beautiful ambiance, you're looking for Two John's Steak and Seafood, 2151 Airline Drive in Bossier City. It is absolutely spectacular, from the New Orleans-style courtyard to the ambiance of the bar to the elegance of the dining room. The best steaks, the best seafood, one of the best wine lists in town, and don't forget Friday lunch, where you can have a beautiful ribeye burger, just the tastiest one in town. It's Two John's Steak and Seafood, and make sure you tell Big John we said hello.
Bobby L. Green Plumbing has been in business for over 6 decades, 60-plus years. That's remarkable, since technology is always shifting and times change. Not only has Bobby L. Green Plumbing survived, they adapted to the modern marketplace, and they've thrived. Green Plumbing can spot trouble faster and repair it quicker using the latest technology. That eliminates your discomfort and saves you money. Bobby L. Green, the Green Team, the plumbing team you like best.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate. RejuveMeMedical.com.
It's time for the main course with Rogers Hampton. Here's your host, Patrick Netherton.
Melicalicimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day and all the stars at night. Melicalicimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas to you. Take it, girl.
Melicalicimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's
Hit it, girls.
that we send
Do, do, from the land where palm trees sway.
Here we know that Christmas will
Ah.
be green and bright.
Do, do, do,
The sun
do.
will shine by day and all the stars at night.
Melicalicimaka is the wise way to say Merry Christmas to you. By the way, Rogers, I don't know if you saw, but Shreve lost one of their best players. Transferred to Calvary.
Here we know that Christmas will be green and
We are in full Christmas mode, everybody.
shine by day and all the
Stars at night.
Melicalicimaka is a wise way.
You know, Rogers, the only difference between me and Jimmy Buffett is like Grammys and money and fame and fortune and a modicum of talent.
Melicalicimaka is the thing to say
On a bright Hawaiian Christmas day.
That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees
I'm swaying like a palm tree, Rogers.
Here we know that
Folks on
Christmas
YouTube are getting a much better show than the folks on the radio.
the sun will shine by day and all the
Stars at night.
Melicalicimaka is the wise way to say Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas
To you. To you, Rogers. Merry Christmas to you, Rogers. Dunk. You okay over there? We have a light missing? Oh, that one. Oh, that's only when you're when we're not on the air. When you switch over to Hester and T-Bob, that goes green. That light's never on. Right. There are two outside, but that light's never on unless you're on Hester and T-Bob or on one of the satellites. When we're live, it is never on. I promise you. In the morning, it's green? Really? Well, maybe, you know what? That might be because you're sending a signal down to Lafayette, the satellite. Yeah, that light is never on in my during my show. It'll occasionally blink red, which means we're off the air, and it'll occasionally blink blue when someone's calling. And yeah. Oh no, Rogers has us dialed in with. You may not get me for the rest of the day, Rogers. You drawn up Austin Powers. Who do I send? Jurgen? See you, Jurgen. That's the original one too. Frau Farbissina and Dr. Evil sending all of his henchmen to a fiery death. And Will Ferrell in kind of sort of brown face, sorta, playing Mustafa. I'm very hurt. I think my leg is broken, Mr. Bigglesworth. Oh no, I've broken the other one. Yeah, this is the original. It's been a long time, Rogers. Do you remember when the original came out? Is that like 93 maybe? I know it was the 90s. I want to say it was it was later than I thought. 97. I thought it was like 93, 94. Yeah, 97. Then 99 was Spy Who Shagged Me, and then 2002 was Gold Member. So there you go. Patrick Netherton Show, 11:30, The Tiger. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. I may try to convince Moody to come in studio tomorrow for his picks. I don't know. He said he's not really doing much anything right now for the next couple of weeks. Back at home playing Warzone, sniping fools that think they're good at the game, and then Moody takes them down. So may try to get Moody in studio tomorrow to do his picks. His picks will be at 2:20. By the way, we both went 4-3. So Rogers, here's what happened last night. This is basically I gave myself a Christmas gift yesterday, Rogers. My last pick was UTSA and Marshall over 47. All right, UTSA Marshall over 47 was my over 53. Over 53 was the pick that I had last night. UTSA Marshall over 53. So what happens? Marshall's struggling. UTSA's leading, but it's 21-17 at halftime, right? I'm sitting at 38 points. All I need is 16 points to win the thing, right? I'm sitting at 38. I need 53 to tie. I need 54 to win. So UTSA scored 21 in the second quarter. Marshall had 17. I'm looking good. 21-17, everything's looking great. Feeling great. Sitting there with 38 points. I only need 15 more to make sure I don't lose. So I had noticed that the line, the over-under, had moved down significantly from when I picked it to the close. It had moved down from 53 to 47, which is a huge move. To have an over-under drop by 6 points. Now, a lot of that is due to the fact that that you had both backup quarterbacks playing. And so that obviously makes a huge difference when we found that both. And by the way, Roger, did you see who the two quarterbacks that were playing last night were? In the UTSA Marshall game? Oh, my gosh. I mean, Owen McCown and Cole Pennington. Obviously, Owen McCown being the son of which McCown, Rogers? Josh, Luke? Josh. Cole Pennington, of course, being the son of Chad Pennington. Those were the two quarterbacks last night. I mean, if you just want to feel old, my God. So, yeah, Owen McCown, Cole Pennington were your quarterbacks last night. So, Rogers, we mosey along. Things are going fine for me. 38 points at halftime. I'm thinking, hey, we're golden, right? Absolutely golden. All we need is 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That's it. So UTSA scores a touchdown with about 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Actually, about 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. So 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We're sitting at 45. All we need now is 9 points, 1 touchdown, 1 field goal in basically 20 minutes of game time. So what happens? Well, Marshall gets close. They have a chip shot field goal to make it 28-20. Right? At this point, now you're looking good. You're like, okay, this is your chance. Marshall had driven it 6 plays, 65 yards. They get it down to the 17-yard line, and they bring in Reese Verhoff. And Reese Verhoff has a 34-yard field goal, and it wasn't even close. I mean, not even remotely close. Way, way wide left. And I'm thinking, okay, that was my chance right there. That was the field goal I needed. And then I just needed 1 touchdown for the last 14 minutes of the game. But he missed the field goal. All right, so now I still need 10 points for the last 14. I'm like, okay, 10 points, 14 minutes, we got this. We had, after that play, we had 3 yards and a punt by UTSA, 4 yards and a punt by Marshall. Then UTSA scores, 63-yard touchdown drive. They score the touchdown with 4:49 left to go to make it 35-17. I'm like, okay, I just need UTSA to hold, go kick a field goal, and we are golden. At that point, we're sitting at 52 right now. Remember, I had this at 53. And we're sitting at 52. Like, I just need a safety, field goal, anything, any points, and I'm great. 4 minutes left to go. Marshall gets the ball back, and they have a 4th and long. UTSA brings the house. Marshall throws way incomplete. I mean, this pass was 20 feet over a dude's head, and they throw a pass interference penalty, which it was, he kind of hit him a little bit. It wasn't super blatant, and the pass was insanely uncatchable. I mean, it was like 10, 15 feet over this dude's head. Not even close to catchable. And they throw the flag on him for pass interference. So Marshall moves down a little bit. They end up throwing an interception. They ended up ultimately punting it away. Well, UTSA gets it back. They drive a little bit. They take almost 5 minutes off the clock. Turn it over on downs. Marshall comes back. They get it down inside the 10-yard line with like 9 seconds left to go. They have all 3 of their timeouts. Now, look, they're not going to win the game. They're down 18 with less than 10 seconds left. But take a timeout. Throw a couple of shots into the end zone. You know, at least end on a positive. Instead, you end up at 52 points. I had it at 53. But you know what I did? I gave myself a little Christmas gift. A little Merry Christmas. Because it was the difference between being 3-4 and 4-3 on the week. I decided that instead of taking the 53-point over-under, which I had earlier in the week, I decided after the news about both quarterbacks not playing and both backups playing and the over-under dropped as much as it did, I decided that I was going to take the final line on the over-under. It had moved from 53 to 47, and once it moved to 47, I'm golden. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just basically give myself a win. It's not technically cheating because the line did move, and the final line I did cover. So I went over 47 and ended up with the win in that one. So a 4-3 week for yours truly, a 4-3 week for Moody. I moved to 500 on the season thanks to my 4-3 week. I am now 51, 51, and 4. Moody, with his 4-3 week, ended up 59, 44, and 3. So Moody's 15 games over 500. I am dead on 500. Let's get to some texts on the Bobby L. Green Plumbing text line, then we will take a break. Jeff said folks should know if they watch the YouTube stream, they get to watch a lady moving around chairs. Adds to the Patrick Netherton Show experience. Yeah, that was Lisa, who was moving a chair into the conference room in the background there earlier. Yeah, it's always fun to the background is almost as fun as everything else. You get a bunch of windows. You can kind of see you see folks maybe or maybe not wearing footwear in the office. You got folks moving chairs around. You can see Rogers occasionally sneak out to go to the bathroom. Always just tons of good stuff going on in the background of the Patrick Netherton Show. Big C said Moody's props were money except for the last one, and thank God I didn't like the last one. Yeah, Moody, look, he's pretty hot, man. If I bet, like if I was a money dude, that's what I did, I would probably roll with Moody a little bit. But it's not really, again, like we talked about yesterday, it's not my vice. So it's not where I choose to spend my money. But yeah, Moody's been red hot, man. He has been very good. Double J said, I wish I could send warm wishes, but it's 71 degrees and raining in Paradise today. Well, I mean, 71 is warm, man. Look, it's, what is it, like 50-something here? It's up to 62. So, yeah, it's a lot warmer than we are. I can assure you of that. So you can send warm wishes if you like, Double J. That's okay. We don't mind it. We're all right with it. Yes, so tomorrow Moody is going to join us. I'm gonna see if he might be able to come in studio and hang out with us for a bit. We'll see if we can make that work. But we'll try. Man, Elizabeth Hurley was just fastball after fastball. Her Instagram's also really good if you've never followed her on Instagram and you like that kind of thing. A lot of swimsuit modeling going on. So there you go. Yeah, this movie came out 26 years ago. Did Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. Just crazy. Absolute crazy. All right, so Moody tomorrow, 2:20 as usual. It'll be our last show of the week. Might even, Rogers, he might give you your Christmas, your big Christmas gift tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. May have to do that. Maybe like the 2 o'clock hour. Maybe towards the end of the show. I don't know. We'll see. It's the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Don't forget to go follow us on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Netherton Show. Also, I'm going to tell you what graphic James picked for me yesterday for the Northwestern State Suno game, and also tell you some interesting facts about that game. It's pretty wild. Always wild when you play an NAI squad, and this was no different. Take a break. Come back. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Hey there, Shreveport. Are you tired of boring cookie-cutter marketing campaigns that put you to sleep faster than a lullaby? Then it's time to switch to Town Square Shreveport. We're not your average marketing agency. Our team of experts is like the Avengers of advertising, with each member bringing their unique superpowers to the table. Need a killer social media strategy? We've got you covered. Want a website that looks like it was designed by a unicorn? We can make it happen. Need a radio commercial that's funnier than your grandpa's jokes? Well, we can't promise that, but we'll try our best. At Town Square Shreveport, we don't just create marketing campaigns, we create experiences that people will remember for years to come. So if you want to be the talk of the town, call us for your free business analysis at 318-688-1130. 318-688-1130. Town Square Shreveport. We're not just good, we're hilarious. Okay, maybe not hilarious, but we're definitely worth a shot.
Holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon.
It's your last chance to trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE, all on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Go to your local Verizon store now. iPhone requires Unlimited Ultimate plan first. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line required first. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit. Up to $459.99 device payment purchase with new line on eligible plan required per Apple Watch or iPad. Less up to $459.99 promo credit per device applied. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Hi, this is Lisa Janes, Director of Sales for Shreveport Bossier's Town Square Media. We're adding to our team of sales professionals and may have a place for you. This position isn't for everyone. It's hard work, but also fun, fast-paced, and can be very financially rewarding. Town Square Media works hard to provide a total media plan for our partner clients and help them grow their businesses. Our client success determines our success. If you have past media experience with agency and direct business, want to make more money, and want to grow your career, apply today at ShreveportJobs.com. No calls, please. We have an excellent training program and won't just kick you out the door and tell you to go make a living. We offer all aspects of marketing for businesses, including websites, broadcast, video, display, programmatic options, and more. Town Square Media is on the grow, and we have excellent benefits. Town Square Media is an equal opportunity employer. Females and minorities are encouraged to apply. Send your resume today to ShreveportJobs.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-294-8831 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-294-8831. That's 800-294-8831. What do you have to lose? Call 800-294-8831. Again, 800-294-8831.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon.
It's your last chance to trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE, all on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Act now. Visit Verizon.com. iPhone requires Unlimited Ultimate plan first. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line required first. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit. Up to $459.99 device payment purchase with new line on eligible plan required per Apple Watch or iPad. Less up to $459.99 promo credit per device applied. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Hurry in for Macy's last-minute gift sale now and take an extra 20% off gift ideas from designers they'll love when you use your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, spend your Macy's money in-store or online. No merchandise exclusions. Can't decide what to get? Give a gift card and let them pick the perfect gift. Find last-minute gifts that never feel last minute right now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
If you're looking for the finest in seafood, the finest in steaks, and a beautiful ambiance, you're looking for Two John Steak and Seafood, 2151 Airline Drive in Bossier City. It is absolutely spectacular, from the New Orleans-style courtyard to the ambiance of the bar to the elegance of the dining room. The best steaks, the best seafood, one of the best wine lists in town, and don't forget Friday lunch, where you can have a beautiful ribeye burger, just the tastiest one in town. It's Two John Steak and Seafood, and make sure you tell Big John we said hello.
Bobby L. Green Plumbing has been in business for over 6 decades, 60-plus years. That's remarkable, since technology is always shifting and times change. Not only has Bobby L. Green Plumbing survived, they adapted to the modern marketplace, and they've thrived. Green Plumbing can spot trouble faster and repair it quicker using the latest technology. That eliminates your discomfort and saves you money. Bobby L. Green, the Green Team, the plumbing team you like best.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 1033 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
Floating through the airwaves like smooth hickory smoke, Patrick Netherton.
Hey, jingity jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jingity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la.
Hambone's adding restrictions to my jokes. Come on, Hambone, it's 1 to 3, man. Telling Hambone a little joke during the break. He's like, we're adding commercial breaks to your time when you're not allowed to tell me jokes. Come on, man. So, funny story, Rogers, about this song. Trey Langford, our good buddy, who I saw at the pregame for the Independence Bowl, he was overeating at Ross Setter's and Boyd Parker's tailgate, and was, of course, eating at Cedric Glover's tailgate where Riverport Barbecue was. So Trey sends me a video last night, and he was watching, I don't know if you've seen any, they have these like Christmas decoration competitions where, you know, these folks that put these insane Christmas decorations, lights, the inflatables and all just everything. And they have a guy who, like an interior decorator type guy. I guess they need an exterior decorator. Anyway, he goes around and he looks at like 3 or 4 different houses, and then he gives an award to the one he thinks is the best one. They call it like the Christmas light fight or something like that. So Rogers, last night apparently on the Christmas light fight, one of the houses, they were like, okay, show us what you got. And they hit the button and lit it up. And Dominic the donkey was playing. And they were like, they had like chingity ching going across. And they had like la la la. And all, like they had the whole thing. It was all just lights everywhere. And there was like a little donkey and everything. Like had it done to Dominic the Christmas donkey. Hey, Tommy DeVito. Hey, you want to complete the pass? You're going to get sacked again. Yeah, so he sent me the video of the Christmas light fight last night with, sure enough, the lights were tuned to Dominic the Christmas donkey. And they were just dancing and doing the whole thing. So pretty wild. It's called The Great Christmas Light Fight. On ABC. And there you go, Rogers. There's the YouTube video. I could show it to you right now if I wanted to, Rogers. I might show it to you during the break. Apparently, there's a couple of different ones. There's a bunch of them. They have this is not a new thought, apparently. They had one from 2020, one from 2023, one from 2012. So apparently a lot of people doing their lights and syncing them up to Dominic the Christmas Donkey. So there you go. A very popular light sighting, apparently, or song to go with the lights. All right, signing day is going on. Obviously, I'm not a signing day guy, as anyone who listens to the show regularly knows. Not really my thing. So I apologize if I don't really do too much on signing day, other than the fact that a guy named Big Hoss from Natchitoches Central signed with LSU. Also, Rogers, I saw a kicker. Was it Parkway? Signed with Miami? No, a Bird kicker signed with Miami. Kicker from Bird signed with Miami. And then I want to say another kicker also signed somewhere locally. So, look, I wish everybody the best. Obviously, signing day is kind of tough now because of the portal. Makes things a lot different. So hopefully everybody gets where they want to get and they're successful and good and happy. I know that's not always going to be the case, but I certainly hope that as everyone kind of makes their move and everyone is successful. Rogers, we have a message for you from Buster, as a matter of fact. Are you ready for this, Rogers? I don't know. Tell Hambone me and him gonna tangle. I had that stupid-ass song hung up in my head the other night, and I couldn't get it out. I mean, yeah, what I could have told you what the next thing that was about to happen was that Hambone was going to play it again.
It's Dominic the donkey, jingity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey, la la la.
Look, it's a ridiculously catchy song, and it's great. And Rogers, even after having heard it, I don't know how many times have we heard it now, a couple hundred. I still don't get tired of it. I still enjoy it. So Rogers may be making an appearance at the Buster Netherton Christmas party. Not like a business Christmas party, since he's off on Friday. Which I guess, Rogers, you and Buster might have to tangle. Maybe we'll roll in and I'll just say maybe I'll roll in windows down, playing it as loud as I can in my truck as we drive up, Rogers. Maybe I'll do that. Or I'll bring a little Bluetooth speaker with me. Just play some Christmas music for everybody there at the shop. And, we'll roll Dominic the Donkey into the rotation. I mean, why wouldn't we? It's an amazing Christmas song. I wonder, Rogers, I just realized I don't think I have that on my Apple Music. I need to download that thing. Rogers, when I look up Lou Monte, shockingly enough, Dominic the Donkey is the only thing that shows up. Not surprising, my friend. Let's see. Oh, now it's playing on my phone. This is like the slower version. This sounds weird.
The Italian Christmas donkey, la la la. La 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 la.
Huh, that's weird. It sounds different. Oh, good. I already had it downloaded, Rogers. I thought I didn't have it downloaded, but I did. Glad to know that. Dominic the Christmas Donkey. Gotta love it. What a song. Just, who even thinks of that? Who decides they're going to do that? James said, I would never throw down with Hambone, maybe because I'd lose. I wouldn't fight Rogers. What do I have, Rogers? Like a foot and probably about 90 pounds on you. What are you running these days? What are you weighing in at these days? Okay, so I got you by 100 pounds and about a foot. And I'll tell you this, I would not fight Rogers. I wouldn't do it. Got him by a foot and 100 pounds. And I would not fight Rogers Hampton. Like, the only way I would fight Rogers Hampton is if I knew without a shadow of a doubt I could keep him at arm's length. Like, there's only two ways that fight works for me. One, I either have to just smother him with my size and bulk, right? Like, I just have to wrap him up, take him down, like pin his arms, his legs. Like, I got to make sure he's not free to do anything. Or I have to keep him completely at bay. Like, I have to stay away farther than his arm length away from me. If he is in close with the ability to move his arms, I'm toast. And probably his legs, too, for that matter. Like, I'm done at that point. Like, no questions asked. Good night. See ya. So I got to either envelop him, keep his arms and legs from getting me, or I have to keep him completely at arm's length. My arm length, not his. Or else it's, hey there you are. That's you. You're right there. Love that scene. But yeah, I have to keep him at arm's length, or I've got no shot. All right, so Rogers, last night, Northwestern State, Southern of New Orleans. Our producer James promised me it would be my best graphic yet, and he was right. Barbecue expert, barbecue snob, whatever, like all of that's great. And those are real titles. But the fun we have is with the messed up titles. Well, he gave me a title last night that was so appropriate that I shudder to consider how good it is. So Rogers, he to start with, we're sitting there. Okay, to start with, I got a ticket on the way in. Let's go there. Let's back up a little bit. I got a speeding ticket on the way into town. I go down I-49. I don't go more than 5, 6, 7 over the speed limit, right? I keep it like that. But when I get into town, the speed limits on Highway 6 coming into town are like weird. They go from like 45 to 55 to 45. It's just strange. I just kind of keep going a steady pace. Usually not a cop there. I mean, I've been there hundreds of thousands of times, and I've probably seen a cop there on Highway 6, I don't know, single-digit times. So last night, I get a late start. Mom was a little feisty during her sundowners period, so I had to kind of get her settled in. I got her settled down. And so I'm running a little bit late. I'm not going to miss the broadcast late, but I would like to be there a little earlier to prepare late. So I'm rolling through, going down Highway 6. I'm speeding, like no doubt about it. Now I'm not going 80 or anything. It's a 45, and I'm doing probably somewhere like 55. All right, 55, 57, something in that range. Well, I'm getting near to the four-way stop right before campus, and I see, as I'm driving, I see a pair of lights, like dim lights, over on the side of the road, like off kind of in a parking lot facing me. As soon as I drove by, I was like, oh, that's a cop, and I'm definitely speeding. So, like, it's just a matter of if they want to get me or not. Well, sure enough, it's a state trooper, by the way. Sure enough, he gets in behind me. So here's the funny part, Rogers. I don't want to pull over on Highway 6, right? That's, like, there's no good place to pull over on Highway 6. So we roll up to the red light at that intersection right there where the old Brookshires and the Sonic and all of that is. If you know Natchitoches, you know where I'm talking about, right as campus starts. It's the bypass in Highway 6. And I'm literally sitting at the red light, and there's a cop car, blue lights just going, sitting behind me. And I'm like, well, all right, well, I guess we're just going to sit here for a bit. So we had to wait, and it was like the light had just turned red. So we had to wait for a while. Light turns red. We keep going. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go onto campus, and I'm going to pull over in one of those parking lots that's, just because I don't want to pull over on the side of any of these roads. None of them are safe. So we get almost to that first entrance to campus, and he hits me with the siren. And I've got my blinker on, so he knows I'm turning. Like, I obviously know he's behind me. And so we mosey in, and he kind of hits the thing again, and I roll down my window, and I point into the parking lot, like I'm going over here. So we pull up into the parking lot, and I'm just sitting there, turn my music down and everything. I was actually listening to a podcast. Turn that down. I'm just kind of chilling. He's like, driver, please come to the car. I was like, all right. So I get out. I head back there, and he's like, hey, I had you doing 60 in a 45. No, he said 55. Sorry, 55 in a 45. He said, can I, what had you so in a hurry? And I said, well, I'm, doing the broadcast for Northwestern, and I'm late. My mom has, I'm laying it on real thick, Rogers. Like, my mom has dementia. And it was true. I wasn't making this up. My mom did have a tough episode with Sundowners yesterday. I kind of had to talk her down for a bit, calm her down. So I left probably 20 minutes later than I wanted to. So I was trying to make up time. And he was like, yeah, my mom has Sundowners, and I was trying to kind of get her calmed down. And so I left late, and we start our broadcast in like 10 minutes at the game. And he's like, okay, he said my grandfather had Alzheimer's or whatever. So, we it's tough, whatever. And we talked about it, and he was very nice, very cordial, very nice. I was obviously very cordial and nice. And give him the license or whatever. And Rogers, they do this now electronically. They have like a little device, a little electronic device. They scan your ID. It does everything all electronically. He hands it to me. He's like, please sign here. It's not an admission of guilt. So I sign, and he prints out the ticket for me, and it looks like a CVS receipt. It's like this long. It's like a 2-foot long, receipt, basically. And he's like, you can call the number and, see if you can have it deferred, all that stuff. If you had a ticket in a while, I was like, no, I haven't had a ticket in a while. It's true, I haven't had a ticket in a while. And he's like, oh, you can see if you can get it deferred or whatever. It's like, all right, I'll deal with that. Knowing all well that ticket's probably not going to make it. So I was already running a little bit late. I get to the arena. My producer James is like, I need you to do something for me before we, tape our pregame and all that. He goes, I need you to look into the camera and make an angry face. And I'm like, oh, okay. So $1 million. So I look into the camera, I make an angry face. He pops the graphic up, which I'm not looking at. I can't see it, so I'm not, I don't see the graphic, so I don't know what it said. So I make an angry face. We go through the end. We do the pregame, and it pops up, and he has Patrick Netherton underneath, Grandpa Joe's #1 hater, and I thought that is so appropriate. So Rogers, I got pegged with Grandpa Joe's #1 hater last night, and I proudly made that my profile pic on all of my social medias because it is absolute truth. And then I had one of my old student workers back at Centenary, who's now a college professor, was trying to argue that Grandpa Joe was not a villain, that maybe he was just so depressed and had been poor his whole life that, you don't know what that does to somebody. And you got to eat ramen, which, by the way, they didn't have ramen in that time period, or at least not in, readily made packets, I don't think. So he's like, yeah, you don't know what that is like or whatever. Maybe, he's very depressed or whatever. And I'm like, look, man, the dude's been in bed for 20 years. Like, if you assume he's in his 70s, then that dude has been in bed for a solid decade of work time when he could have been out there trying to make a little money for the family and trying to help the family out. And instead, he's lying in bed. So I got no qualms about calling Grandpa Joe the biggest villain in cinematic history. Jenny from Forrest Gump's on the list, but at least Jenny gave Forrest a child, and as someone said, and probably AIDS. But at least Forrest got a kid out of the deal. Charlie got the chocolate factory, even though Grandpa Joe almost cost him the chocolate factory drinking the fizzy lifting drink illegally. So James stuck me with Grandpa Joe's number one hater, and it is 100% correct. I will be. No one will ever convince me I'm wrong. Grandpa Joe sucks. We'll be back.
Are you ready to smell better naked? I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the OBGYN creator of Lumi, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours on pits, feet, privates, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Plus, it's proven to work better than a shower with soap alone. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Lumi works better. And who doesn't want zero body odor? With over 200,000 5-star reviews, I'm so sure you're going to love it, or you can return it for free.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 800 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, free product of your choice, and ships free with code 800. LumeDeodorant.com, code 800 for an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. Love it or return it for free. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 800.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Afraid of monsters in the dark? There's nothing to fear. You'll have a monstrously fun time. Play Monster Money from the lottery. You could win up to $13,000. Play all 4 spooky scenes. So, for a heart-thrilling experience, stop in at any lottery retailer and ask for Monster Money with a top prize of $13,000. Be warned, it could be a frighteningly fun time. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
If you're looking for the finest in seafood, the finest in steaks, and a beautiful ambiance, you're looking for Two John's Steak and Seafood, 2151 Airline Drive in Bossier City. It is absolutely spectacular, from the New Orleans-style courtyard to the ambiance of the bar to the elegance of the dining room. The best steaks, the best seafood, one of the best wine lists in town, and don't forget Friday lunch, where you can have a beautiful ribeye burger, just the tastiest one in town. It's Two John's Steak and Seafood, and make sure you tell Big John we said hello.
Bobby L. Green Plumbing has been in business for over 6 decades, 60-plus years. That's remarkable, since technology is always shifting and times change. Not only has Bobby L. Green Plumbing survived, they adapted to the modern marketplace, and they've thrived. Green Plumbing can spot trouble faster and repair it quicker using the latest technology. That eliminates your discomfort and saves you money. Bobby L. Green, the Green Team, the plumbing team you like best.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Let's get to the meat of the matter with producer Rogers Hampton.
Hey, boy!
Here's your master of ceremonies, Patrick Netherton.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a hero. as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.
You're a foul one. You're a monster.
You're a monster, Mr. Grinch.
That's right.
Your
Monstrous
heart's
Mr. Grinch.
An empty hole.
Ba-dum.
Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. You're a vile one.
Vile one.
Mr. Grinch. You have termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between the two of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile.
Patrick Netherton Show, 11:30. The Tiger. Love us some thorough Ravenscroft.
You're a foul one,
The best.
Mr. Grinch.
That voice.
You're a nasty, wasty skunk.
Nasty wasty.
Your heart is full
Stink,
of
stank,
unwashed
stunk.
socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch.
Full of gunk. Love it.
The three words that best describe you are as follows.
All right.
And I quote.
Quote.
Stink, stank, stunk.
Gotta love it.
Rotter, Mr. Grinch.
All right, signing day going down.
King of
One of the biggest stories on signing day was the flip of Dylan Raiola from Georgia to Nebraska, one of the top quarterbacks in the class, going to his father's alma mater. He is going to go and see if he can sort of restore the red, if you will, the greatness of Big Red after Nebraska was close last year in the Matt Rule coaching debut, a little bit closer. I'm going to try to see if they can get him to potentially get them over the top. You know, it's interesting, this story about the Florida State maybe looking to change conferences because they got snubbed in the playoff. Like, y'all remember that we're going to a 12-team playoff next year, right? Like, Florida State wouldn't be snubbed in any year with a 12-team playoff. They got snubbed in the 4-team playoff. So it's a problem to me that you don't like. This is a solution without a problem, right? You're a team that finished 5th in the rankings. You figure you're Florida State. You'll likely be top 12 in the rankings most years. That's what you would hope. And you're in a conference that makes it reasonably easy to get there, right? How many times do you have a really difficult conference to navigate in the ACC, right? Clemson is usually pretty good. And then, occasionally an NC State, occasionally a Wake Forest, occasionally a Georgia Tech, occasionally Miami. But those are all very occasional. And so, Clemson has been the most, I guess, the stalwart of the ACC here the last several years, with Florida State having been down and trying to kind of get back to where they were. And they've gotten there. But come on. Like, I get that the ACC is not on par with the Big Ten and the SEC when it comes to this next round of negotiations. And, they don't make as much money, and their TV deals are not as lucrative. I get all that. But at the same time, do you go to a Big Ten or an SEC or a Big 12 or, some other league knowing that if you go to the Big Ten, if you're Florida State, you are no longer a big fish in a smaller pond. You're a smaller fish in a bigger pond. You go to the Big Ten, you're not showing up as the dominant program. You're arguably not showing up as the third most dominant program. So be careful what you wish for. You can be top dog in a league with, maybe 1 to 2 good teams. You know one team's going to be pretty good. Clemson's usually going to be there, assuming Dabo Swinney decides to go ahead and start recruiting out of the transfer portal. But you know that you have a reasonable chance every single year to win the ACC. But you go to the Big Ten, you go to the SEC, heck, even maybe the Big 12, right? There's no guarantee that you're going to be top dogs if you go into a different league. Apparently, according to the story, Florida State's not planning to leave anytime soon, but they are unhappy with a lot of things. The growing revenue gap between the ACC and other conferences, the way the ACC distributes its revenue, size of their, I know, strange, isn't it? Size of the share of the television revenue, and they believe they should get more because of ratings and marketability. Look, they're already bringing in SMU, who's not getting anything, right? They're shutting SMU out of money for, 7 years? Now, SMU has huge donors, and they've already come up with the money to Ross Dellinger had a really nice story. If you didn't see it on Yahoo, Ross Dellinger had a great story about the donor meeting at SMU, where basically, they had one guy and they were like, the guy was like, yeah, I'm worth $600 million. And I was one of I was one of the least wealthy guys in that room. I was one of the poorest guys in that room. And they got all these billionaires, and basically they're like, look, we're not getting any revenue from the ACC for the first 7 years. We need to make up the difference. And these guys are all like, yeah, we got that. We're writing checks, right? All those guys can write a $10 million check like that. No questions asked. They can make up $100-200 million in revenue without a doubt. So SMU is going to be a player. They've got the resources to do it. They don't yet have the facilities to do it, but they definitely have the resources to do it. Their basketball arena is nice but small. Their football stadium is small. So, you may be looking at SMU eventually having to do some expansion, and there may be already plans in the work. I don't know. I don't really know that aspect of things. There may be a stadium expansion coming in. There may be a basketball arena, restructuring. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. But they've got the money and the wherewithal and the resources to do that. That's the major difference, is you've got an SMU that can go to the ACC and doesn't care that the revenue is not the same, right? They don't have to worry about that. That makes a big difference. So, yeah, I find it interesting. I find it kind of fascinating to see what will ultimately happen. It'll be very, very, very interesting to see how it all plays out. But SMU can handle it. They're not. It's not a big deal for them. They will get it figured out. All right. Let's see. What are we missing here, Rogers? Got to make sure we're covering everything. Signing day. Buster wanted to know, where did the Bussy kid from Timpson go? Any idea, Rogers? Apparently it's a kid named Terry Bussy who plays at Timpson. He is, let's see, he is an All-American, all-purpose player, according to Max Preps. Well, let's see if we can figure out where he's headed. Whoops. Misspelled his name. It's not going to help, Rogers. Not going to help. Let's see. Apparently he has not signed yet. That's the he did wear Texas gloves during the 2A state title game. So if that gives you an indication, maybe he's going to Texas because he was wearing the gloves. Apparently, Terry Bussey is deciding in February where he is signing. So Terry Bussey not going to sign in the early signing period. So we'll see. A lot of Texas fans wanting him to go there. Obviously, Alabama came and got some 4-star athlete from. Oh, Rogers, it's your cousin Aaron Hampton. Got him to flip to Alabama from. I guess I don't know if he was at Texas or not, but apparently Terry Bussey is going to sign in February. That's the word. So there you go, Buster. You know Mr. Know-It-All can figure it out. And again, Rogers, much like when y'all used to call me Mr. Know-It-All back in the day on the Brando show, it's not nearly as much about what I actually know. It's about my ability to quickly Google something. And so I quickly Googled and found that out. Terry Bussey, I guess, is going to sign in February. We're up to 344 subscribers on the YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, please do so. It's free. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers before we end football season in February. 156 away from that. So if you have not, please go ahead and hook us up with a subscription. It is free. Will cost you nothing. All you have to do is just log in to YouTube, and then, or if you haven't logged in before, create an account, and then you can go and sign up and subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost you a thing. And when we get to 500 subscribers, we can monetize the stream a little bit. Doc Marvin Rogers asks, what's the starting asking price to never play Dominic the Christmas Donkey again on air? Do you have a price, Rogers? Rogers says he has no price. You want to give me like 10 grand? Me and Hambone will split 5 grand apiece. I will delete it from the system myself. But yeah, he actually asked if it was 5,000. He said, what's the starting asking price to never play it again on air? 5,000? No, I think it's got to be 5,000 apiece. 1 for Hambone, 5 for Hambone, 5 for me. Or like 7 for Hambone and 3 for me. Since really Hambone controls it. He's the guy that ultimately, so. And also, I hope everyone understands that when you say negative things about something, it only makes Rogers want to do that thing more. Right? Rogers is a child in that way. You tell a child that, not to touch that, he's going to want to touch that. Right? You tell a child not to eat candy, he's going to want to eat candy. You tell Rogers Hampton that you don't like Dominic the Christmas Donkey, he's going to play Dominic the Christmas Donkey over and over and over and over again.
Hey, jingity jing. It's Dominic.
That's what you get. Mr. J gave me 3 crying laughing emojis for the Grandpa Joe's #1 hater. Thank you, Mr. J. 815 says the Big Ten won't take FSU by themselves. No, you want to keep it at an even number if you can. But I guarantee you, if Florida State starts making inroads at potentially joining another conference, they can find someone to go with them. Especially if you go to the Big Ten or the SEC, who both have very lucrative contracts. That would not be a big deal. I guarantee you, someone would go along with FSU and make the move. Our boy Ed October, Ed in San Marcos, said Florida State's been wanting to exit the ACC because they feel they'll make more money in the SEC or the Big Ten. Big Ten wants Association of American Universities, a.k.a. major research university schools, and FSU is currently not AAU. The ACC has a grant of TV rights until 2036 with expensive exit fees. Good luck to FSU in getting out. North Carolina, Virginia, Miami, Clemson also have dreams of more money in the SEC or the Big Ten. Ed said the price to not play Dominic should be 500 YouTube subscribers by tomorrow. Now, see, I can't sell Rogers on, oh, by the way, I got 500 YouTube subscribers. You need to stop playing Dominic the Donkey, right? Like that's not something I can sell to Rogers. Like I can't sell that to him. Now, if I say, hey, Rogers, I've got $5,000 in cash right here that says you won't play Dominic the Donkey again, that I can sell. Right? Rogers can conveniently forget that Dominic exists for $5,000. Double J said, hey, boy. Yep. Cocky said, tell Rogers to not drink a beta. Yeah, see, here's the problem, though, Cocky. A child is going to want to do what the child is going to want to do. If you tell the child, don't eat those lima beans, the child's not going to turn around. Like, kids are smart, right? They're not going to suddenly be like, I'm going to eat lima beans because mom said don't. Like, the kid, like, Rogers, I used to, I'd put guilt trips on my mom. I wasn't proud of it. I was a kid. I didn't know any better. And she would hit me with the, I'd like beg her to do something, and she'd be busy or whatever. And she'd be like, sure, let me drop everything I'm doing right now just to go take care of whatever you need right now. And Rogers, on a normal person, right, an adult, they'd be like, no, I'm sorry, like, just get to it when you can. But not a kid. A kid's like, okay, great. Like, now you're doing what I want. That's what I want. So if you say to Rogers, don't play Dominic the Christmas Donkey, he wants to play it, so he will, see? But if you tell Rogers, hey, don't drink a beta, he'll be like, okay, sounds great, because he doesn't want to drink a beta. Like, y'all don't understand. You have to treat Rogers' motivations as if he's an 8-year-old. All right? If you can't trick Rogers into doing what you want. The only way I've ever known to be able to trick Rogers into something, and it's not really a trick, it's basically setting something up and then just being like, okay, you know, we figured out a new thing on the board, right? And it was like, okay, we got this new thing on the board. And I'm like, I knew at some point Rogers would look into it on his off time when he, low stakes, and he'd get it figured out. Right, just like with the finding new music in the music library, right? We finally figured out how to search for that. And I'm like, well, Rogers, if I sit here and I'm like, we're like, you start looking for music right now in that music library, it's not going to work, right? But if I just let him, I'm like, okay, here's what we got, then you have an opportunity to, he'll get to it eventually, right? You just have to let him work to it in his own time. And I know this about Rogers, so I just let him handle things in his own time frame. Astros fan said an NIL deal with Budweiser. Yeah, bring it on. Let's go. Rogers would happily sell his name, image, and likeness to Budweiser. There's no doubt about that. Hambone is all about Bud and beer. Jamie G said, does Rogers get a cut off of the YouTube as well? He would. I'd be happy to split the revenue. We're not making any revenue yet. That's the thing. We got to get to 500 subscribers before we can start making the YouTube stream a revenue generator. That's why I want to get to 500 subscribers. And it doesn't cost y'all anything. Y'all don't pay for it. It makes money off of ads. You might have to watch a 15-second ad or something before the stream pops up. But that's what I really want. I really want to be able to get Rogers and me just a little something extra in the pocket, right? Cocky said, OMG, a beta equals lima beans? Well, for Rogers it does. Also for me, because I don't care for either of them. Ed said, tell Rogers not to drink Bud Light. By the way, Rogers, did you see Kid Rock is drinking Bud Light again? After all of the protesting and whatever, he's like, all right, we made our point. I'm going to go back to drinking it now. It's like, did you make your point? Their stock prices dipped, and now they're back to where they were beforehand. Like, you didn't make your point. You didn't cost them anything, and now you're back to drinking Bud Light again. I love that. Makes me laugh. All right, we'll take a break. It's a Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Go subscribe on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Netherton Show. Let's get to 500 subscribers, folks. Then we can make Hambone a little extra beer money. We'll be back.
Down the chimney tonight.
Hi, this is Lisa Janes, Director of Sales for Shreveport Bossier's Town Square Media. We're adding to our team of sales professionals and may have a place for you. This position isn't for everyone. It's hard work, but also fun, fast-paced, and can be very financially rewarding. Town Square Media works hard to provide a total media plan for our partner clients and help them grow their businesses. Our client success determines our success. If you have past media experience with agency and direct business, want to make more money, and want to grow your career, apply today at shreveportjobs.com. No calls, please. We have an excellent training program and won't just kick you out the door and tell you to go make a living. We offer all aspects of marketing for businesses, including websites, broadcast, video, display, programmatic options, and more. Town Square Media is on the grow, and we have excellent benefits. Town Square Media is an equal opportunity employer. Females and minorities are encouraged to apply. Send your resume today to shreveportjobs.com.
Hey, this is Travis Kelce, NFL tight end and proud member of the Lowe's home team. Lowe's knows when you've got the best price, you've already won. That's why we offer the lowest price guarantee. If you find a better price online or in-store, we'll match it. Now you can score on the top brands from the Lowe's home team picks, like Scotts, LG, and DeWalt. So take on your projects with confidence. Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retail partner of the NFL.
Price match applies to same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Hurry in for Macy's last-minute gift sale now and take an extra 20% off gift ideas from designers they'll love when you use your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, spend your Macy's money in-store or online. No merchandise exclusions. Can't decide what to get? Give a gift card and let them pick the perfect gift. Find last-minute gifts that never feel last minute right now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Time is of the essence with COVID-19. Prescription oral treatment must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Learn more at treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Spoiled supermarket meat, sawdust like fillers, artificial preservatives?
Hold on there. I'm veterinarian Dr. Marty Goldstein. You don't want your dog eating any of that. These potentially harmful ingredients are found in many of today's popular dog foods, but not in Nature's Blend. A freeze-dried raw dog food with real cuts of meat, omega-3 rich seeds, and superfood veggies and fruit.
Nature's Blend is designed to help support your dog's playfulness, healthy skin, soft coat, easy digestion, and youthful mobility.
Your dog will go bonkers over Nature's Blend savory flavor and texture.
For a limited time, save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and receive a free festive holiday dog sweater with select orders. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
I guarantee it with a 100% 90-day return of your purchase price.
Offer available with select orders while supplies last. Text fees may apply. You may receive up to one additional text. Text stop to opt out. Paid for by Dr. Marty's Pets.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon. It's your last chance to trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE, all on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Act now. Visit Verizon.com. iPhone requires Unlimited Ultimate plan first. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line required first. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit. Up to $459.99 device payment purchase with new line on eligible plan required per Apple Watch or iPad. Less up to $459.99 promo credit per device applied. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply.
If you're looking for the finest in seafood, the finest in steaks, and a beautiful ambiance, you're looking for Two John Steak and Seafood, 2151 Airline Drive in Bossier City. It is absolutely spectacular, from the New Orleans-style courtyard to the ambiance of the bar to the elegance of the dining room. The best steaks, the best seafood, one of the best wine lists in town, and don't forget Friday lunch, where you can have a beautiful ribeye burger, just the tastiest one in town. It's Two John Steak and Seafood, and make sure you tell Big John we said hello.
Bobby L. Green Plumbing has been in business for over 6 decades, 60-plus years. That's remarkable, since technology is always shifting and times change. Not only has Bobby L. Green Plumbing survived, they adapted to the modern marketplace, and they've thrived. Green Plumbing can spot trouble faster and repair it quicker using the latest technology. That eliminates your discomfort and saves you money. Bobby L. Green, the Green Team, the plumbing team you like best.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Tiger weather now.
Another cold night tonight with the numbers dipping down into the 30s. 38 degrees are low for tonight, mid and upper 60s Wednesday and Thursday, and then warming up into the 70s before Christmas, coming up Sunday, Monday with some thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Scott Lauriamore at the Weather Channel.
Previous program was paid for by Tim Fletcher, LLC. KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Bossier City's home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
A good time is in the air. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. One of the best Christmas songs of all time. By the way, Rogers, when I was at this particular scene of Austin Powers where he gets stuck trying to turn the cart around in the hallway, I saw that happen in real life at the Independence Bowl. There was an ambulance that was trying, it wasn't like an emergency or anything, but it was trying to like navigate that little street that runs right in front of Independence Stadium on the press box side. And it literally got stuck sideways for like 2 or 3 different forward and back shots. So, yeah, it was made me laugh. All right, a few more texts on the Bobby L. Green Plumbing text line before we get out of here tomorrow. Tyler Moody is going to join us in studio. That's right, the man, the myth, the legend, Moody Mack. Going to take time out of sniping fools on Call of Duty Warzone. And he is going to come join us in studio for the picks segment tomorrow. Both of us 4-3 this past week. Looking to try to continue that. We've got to pick the... We don't have to pick LSU yet. They're not until New Year's. But we do have to pick the Saints and Cowboys. Saints play, of course, tomorrow night on the road against the Rams. By the way, that is a 4-point Rams advantage right now, according to Vegas. Mark in Arkansas said, haven't we learned anything about Rogers by now? Merry Christmas to you two. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, Rogers is a delicate flower. You've got to treat him just right. Occasionally water him. Some fertilizer. Say nice things to him. Play some good music for him. It'll help him grow and blossom. High Rail said the donkey song is fine. I'm just glad It's Raining Men is gone. Sir, I will not have that sort of slander here in my on my show. It's Raining Men is the best jam there is. So I don't want to hear that kind of slander from you, High Rail. That's not nice. Yeah, and unfortunately, they did take It's Raining Men out of the system. So we might have a workaround at some point, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to go without it for now. But we've got Dominic the Donkey. Bruce Leroy said anyone that uses Kid Rock as a standard to live their lives needs to reevaluate some things. He was at the Obama's inauguration party. Yeah, what are you going to do, man? I was just laughing at the idea that, Kid Rock was shooting the Bud Light case with his Uzi or whatever, with his gun. He missed about half the shots and hit about half of them. He's like, anti-Bud Light, whatever, in the wokeness and all that. And then, basically a year later, he's back to drinking Bud Light. And he's like, we showed him. No, their stock prices are basically the same as before. They dipped a bit, and a lot of people actually made a lot of money off of it. A lot of people bought that dip and made some good money in their stocks. Cocky said, Merry Christmas. Who throws a shoe? Really? Yeah. I don't think Austin Powers is a Christmas movie, but not like Die Hard. Rogers, are you in a little bit going to get around the Christmas tree and watch Die Hard? Your normal Christmas tradition? I know. Rogers doesn't believe Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I don't know. I guess it all depends on if you believe a Christmas movie is a movie about Christmas or if it's a movie that's set at Christmas time. Right? I guess that's the delineating factor. If you believe that a Christmas movie is merely a movie that is set during Christmas, then Die Hard is absolutely a Christmas movie. If you believe that it's merely a movie that has to be about Christmas, then Die Hard is definitely not a Christmas movie. All right, one more day, Rogers. I was looking at a text message. One more day. Also, I was also enjoying Foo Fighters. It's funny. I don't really listen to this song anymore because I'm always talking over it. And I'm like, it's a great song. I'm really kind of enjoying the music since we don't have It's Raining Men. But just warning you, High Rail, It's Raining Men may make a comeback at some point. We're working on some extra capabilities here that might bring It's Raining Men back. So be careful what you ask for. All right, that's it for us. One more day until Christmas vacation. And by the way, I think we might have a special gift for Rogers tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Got a ham bone present. So definitely want to make sure you stay tuned. Don't forget our full lineup of shows. Tim Fletcher in the morning, 6 to 10. Us from 1 to 3. Jacob and T-Bob from 3 to 5. Sports Talk 5 to 6. For Rogers, I'm Patrick. Be safe and careful out there, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, 1 to 3 on the Patrick Netherton Show.